Hi, welcome to Miss Amy's Growth 420. And Leo says hello too, I guess. We're just going to make sure I'm up a minute or two early just to make sure everything's going properly.
Okay, now how do you do it? Right here?
No, top chat, where it says top chat over here towards the picture. There you go. And it says live. Yeah. That just makes sure that all the live chats pop up. Because I don't know why that's even there. Why it's a thing. They should always pop up as far as I'm concerned. But that's just me. So, it's been a very long day. Couldn't sleep last night. And I know Arcane didn't get much more than me. He might have got 2 hours. But yeah. Just couldn't sleep. Wasn't anything serious.
So on the phone, I go onto your channel.
Yes. And I had my aqua therapy today, so I had that on top of being tired. But I'm okay as long as I keep moving. It's once you lay down, you're done. It's once you lay down, you're done. We're just going to, would you hand me mine? Okay, thank you. We're just gonna wait for people to come in. Did you think that was a doorbell? He jumped. We don't even have a doorbell, but if he hears one, he jumps. All dogs must do it. I don't know. No, I know they're.
Oh, wow, that's under Arcane Buds.
Yeah, when you go in on there, when you type on the computer, it's under Arcane.
Yeah, but look.
Oh, you have my name. You didn't put my name up.
I didn't switch out the name.
That's all right, guys. You know I'm not Arcane. If you haven't figured that out by now, I don't know what school you ever went to.
Oh, it's Ogo Legs who went live.
Oh, I haven't seen Legs in a while. So, what else have I been doing? Well, as you guys maybe saw, I've been doing the butter and the chocolates. UK said he didn't know that you could add oil to chocolate. So he was very happy to see that because he's going to try it now because he infuses cocoa butter, which is also really good to use with chocolate. So maybe next time I infuse oil, that's what I'll do. Infuse some coconut. We had a really nice day here today. The weather got up to the low 70s. And the rainstorm is coming in. They're calling for maybe even hail again today. And tomorrow morning, it might hit 40 degrees. So talk about weather changes. It's insane. So we'll wait about, I don't know, 5 or 10 more minutes, see if anybody comes in. Give me a little chat. What else? Arcane's plants are doing very well.
And hopefully I have to switch out the thinking about taking the one that's flowering and putting it in the other 4x4 tent
mhm.
and taking their northern cork and putting it in the other tent.
Oh, okay.
Underneath that brighter light, I want them to get bigger. I
Mhm.
want them to get more light, get more of that energy, and take the young seedling ones basically out of the other tent and put it in to replace that one.
Oh, okay.
I just want to switch them out.
Yeah, I think doing that every once in a while might be beneficial for them all anyway.
Well, it would be because the light is probably bright enough, and with the 200 SE Vival Sun LED lights
for the veg.
for the real early stage, they're probably good. They're good enough for that for now.
Yeah.
But right now, you got these two in there. One's flowering, and the other one's just a fucking turning into a beast of a monster, getting nice and fat and bushy. So it needs more room, more light, and the more light, the more of the photosynthesis it will do. More photosynthesis, more growth.
Yep.
And it all starts from the roots.
Yeah. But that's our next goal is to replace the two smaller lights with and identical to the other 4x4.
Yeah.
Because they do seem to do better under it.
Yeah, and then I want to take those the 200 SE LED lights and drop them in that small tent.
Oh,
that'd be both of them.
That'll be booming
both
in there.
That'd be 400 watts inside a 2x2 tent. Whatever's in there is gonna grow, and it's gonna grow like mad.
I was gonna say it won't over.
Nah, I can adjust it on my phone.
Well, that's true. You could lower it, keep them, a little lower. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
And I want to do an auto flowering.
Oh, in the little,
In that little one. That's why I've been waiting for you to sit there and trim up that chamomile.
Okay.
And take it, but it hasn't been getting done.
No, I told you. I tell you, I got so many things on my plate anymore. Now that it's spring. Now, yesterday I set up 1, 2, 3 more sales to go to so far. So right now I've got 5 scheduled, which is not very many. I usually by now have 6, 7, 8 of them, but this year I think I'm just going to do some of the real important ones. Since I did find somebody local, a business local, that said I could set up in their the parking area any day of the week I want except Thursday. So truck day.
All right, you got a couple more people that joined the watch. Well, one left. Remember, folks, hit the like, hit the subscribe. You should be saying that.
Yes, everybody. Well, there's nobody here to hit it. Everybody in here, hit the like, hit the subscribe, please. It helps. That thumbs up makes a big difference, and it doesn't cost anything, so slam it. So what else are we going to talk about today?
You're going to talk, I don't know. What are you going to talk about?
I don't know. I told him what's going on with my baking. I already made 1 batch of banana bread yesterday because we were out completely of anything 420 baked. So I wanted to show all of you how to do it also. That's what I do. I bake, I cook, I can things. I think I'm always doing one of them things a day, sometime in the daytime. And the t-shirts, I'm making those. I got Miss K's tie-dyed shirts ready. Now I just got to get everything pressed up and ready to go. So I can't wait. I think they came out awesome. So anybody interested in a t-shirt, please contact Miss K. She has a really, really cute design she made. And all I did was put it on a shirt for her. So what are you going to do next, Arcane?
I don't know.
This dog's gotten silly. He watches you throw the ball. He waits for it to bounce wherever it's going to bounce. And then he leisurely goes and gets it. It's like he's lazy all of a sudden.
Well, it's underneath the table in the back behind the chair.
Oh, it
And
might
he
have went too far.
No, he just won't walk up underneath there and pick it up.
Well, would you?
Yes.
His back probably scrapes the metal under that table. He has to duck to go under the table, honey. He's too big.
You can't walk between my legs and I'm trying to walk, dude.
He thinks he can. He thinks he can do anything. He's in them terrible tubes.
Yeah, he's about to hit him. He's a fucking turd.
My ride to my therapy appointment this morning saw him in the driveway, and he said, "You've got a beautiful shepherd there." And I said, "Thank you." He said his mom used to breed German shepherds when he was young. So yeah.
Look at that, you got a special guest.
I got a special guest, huh?
Yeah, Leonidas.
Leonidas. No, you're supposed to chew on your ball, not me. Thank you. Yeah. That's yours. You want me to hold on to it? Okay, I'll hold on to it. No, he only wanted me to hold on to it a minute. And he tries to get you, grab where your hand is, just to get you to let go.
Yep.
I tell you, that's the best toy he's ever gotten.
Yep, his sister got it for him.
Yeah. She came down for just after Christmas from New York this year and had to buy baby brother a toy because he's spoiled baby. Oh, Leo.
Oh, he loves that Kong ball. He loves that Kong ball for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pick up another one someday just in case he loses it.
There, Miss K says, hello, Miss
Hello,
Amy.
Miss K.
Hello, Miss K. How you doing? We were just talking about your shirt.
Yeah.
And about how awesome your design is. And
yeah. I said that told everybody to come let you know if they're interested in a shirt because your design is awesome. Yeah, I ain't digging down there. He lost the call. And he's trying to bite me no matter what I do. All right. You have my thumb. Well, I'm going to eventually go out and do some baking for you guys, but I just been kind of holding off, waiting to see who pops in. Yeah, I know. I see you. I see you.
Yeah, because I'll have to go up on my phone to go up backstage type thing.
Yeah, Arcane's going to
That way we
record it for me. Well, hold the camera for you guys, I should say.
I ought to get the tripod set up. That way I can leave the camera there.
And I can just do my thing, yeah.
Well, this way I can also read the chat at the same time, let you know what people are saying.
Sounds
You see
good.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This way we kill a couple of birds with one stone.
Miss Case here, how is that seed doing this time that I didn't touch?
Well, it dropped its shell.
It actually got to that point. Okay. The other ones did too. I'm telling you, I'm just not touching them.
She's all giggles. Yeah, she's kind of like a black thumb, Miss Kay.
Yeah, Blind New always says, if a blind guy can do it, anybody can. No. Once you get them up to the full plant, I think I'd be okay. Maybe. I'm not sure because the other ones we were growing great and then they all turned out to be male. So that, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Maybe if I don't look at him straight on, like I'm not paying any attention
Look
to
at him side-eyed. This leg won't come out.
Uh-oh.
This part.
That's because it was out. He's trying.
No. There. This here.
Oh, I see. I
From here
see.
to here.
I wonder why.
So I have to expand a different one to get the same height.
Oh, as long as it works. He's trying to set up the tripod and something is not right with the one leg, I guess.
No, we got it. We'll get her done. Not on a perfect leveling, but
So he's going to set his phone up so I can be recording in the kitchen and show you guys how I bake. Yeah, how I bake my 420 bread. And I keep telling everybody, pretty much anything you can put butter or oil in, you could switch the recipe out to be 420. It really isn't that hard. The hardest part is waiting because it takes forever for it to bake at the low temperature like that. My small pan will take at least an hour and an hour and a half. So
Oh, that I'm on your channel right there. I thought I was still on mine. Wait, it's up here. Well, if you need more, I have about 600 and about 300 S2s.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good. Have you, I know you said you were going to have to do more strawberry tea, and I don't know. There was a couple of them you said you had to get more of. We've got a few of them that we want to get seed off of again because we're getting a little low on a few kinds we had. So
yeah, but I'm also thinking about taking that APH, that Alaskan Purple Hue that came from up in Canada from Mr. Andrew and Alexandria themselves, and I'm gonna take that pollen, and I got that one in there that's flowering up, man.
Which one's that?
Oh, I don't want to say cream cookies because I already got that in here.
Is this an auto flowering?
I have no clue.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It did stay really short, and after 2.5 months, it finally started flowering.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking it was a photo period, but it was just so short because of the light, and it wasn't really growing. It ain't growing too good in there, so that's why it's going to get transferred.
Right.
And before I transfer it over, that's whenever I want to pollinate it. That way I ain't got no pollen flying around inside that other tent. You know, so that means I'll have to be upstairs for a couple hours because I don't want to put it directly in that tent just yet.
Well, I was going to say, would it be such a bad thing? Would it be a bad thing if you brought it down and did it?
Yeah, because of my arm.
Oh yeah, and they're in them big pots. Yeah, I get that. Okay. It's kind of heavy to carry, yeah.
Yeah, well, for that arm, it would be heavy to.
I know, because normally
hard on me.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't have hesitated. But
no, I wouldn't have hesitated at all.
Arcane's been working with a hurt shoulder again.
Yeah, muscles ain't quite what they used to be.
No,
I'm not in my 20s anymore.
He strained that shoulder a couple years ago, and they did the cortisone and all that hoopla with it. Yeah, and it eventually got better.
They thought it was bone spurs.
Yeah, they thought maybe he had bone spurs, but then no. But he kind of re-injured it.
That pushing him constantly.
Yeah, but that was like you re-injured it showing off for the boys.
Oh yeah,
about a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah, about with the exercise and doing the.
Yeah, he was doing the exercise thing, and yeah, boys being boys. He re-hurt it, and then it hadn't completely healed, and of course, we have a big moose in the house, so. Hold on. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I just want to be able to read. Oh, nice. Kay's blanket. What are those? what's in those, I guess I should say.
All right, I got him strapped up outside.
All right. He's the first one of our dogs in a long, long time that likes to be just tied out. Normally, the other dogs, they would go out, we'd go out with them, and as soon as they went, they came back in. They didn't really care to stay outside. This one, he likes it out there, and I'm glad he does.
This case says I have the cage
Yeah.
blank. Oh, you read it?
I read it. That's why I have my glasses, because I couldn't read it otherwise.
Got 4 watching now. That's good. That's good.
So,
He was out barking at 2 little kids inside a stroller.
oh yeah. There's been a lot of people walking with their kids the past few days. It's been nice.
Ooh. Cross of Pineapple Chunk and Moby Dick.
Oh yeah, we like the Moby Dick. Our Kane's actually got one of those growing right now. Well, that's Kay's blanket. Is that cross there?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's one she's got drying. She's in.
That is awesome.
So, you want to go ahead and get this started?
Yeah, but before I do, I have to. I have a couple things I want to do first. One's in that other room, and the other one is right here.
Oh, you want to do that first? Okay. Oh, we'll just hang out here for a minute. Well, thank you, Miss Kay. Yeah, we as far as pineapple strains, we've had the Pineapple Daddy Auto that he grew, and that's really good. And like I said, he's grown Moby Dick a couple times now, and we liked it. And he also used it. It's in one of his crosses he did too. The Moby Dick is so. Whale Haze is Moby Dick.
Yeah, that's
and Super Silver Haze.
Yeah, the Will Haze is Moby Dick, which is the mother, and the Super Silver Haze is the father.
Yeah.
Miss Kay says I'll send you some when they are ready.
Yeah, that's awesome. That'd be cool. I've never had the Pineapple Chunk, but like I said, we've had the Pineapple Daddy. So if it's anything like it, that should be a really good cross. Really good. Yeah. I know he's saying something about me.
Yes, I am. Moby Dick is in 3 of my crosses. Yeah, Moby Dick, man.
It grows nice.
Yeah, it gets big, it gets wide, especially with the photo. Man, you can stretch that out like a 3-month veg, 4-month veg, and just get that one so damn wide before you let it start going upwards that it is insane with the tops.
Yeah.
That you can get it from it.
And you've got one up there now growing, but it's only been up there a month, maybe.
Something like that. I have to look back on the video.
Yeah, it hasn't been growing.
I like the vlogs because basically that's what they are when I show my grow is my vlogs. And that tells when, every one of them, it tells when I put them in the dirt, when they come up, and stuff like that. That, and
That's why I told him. I said it's great because he's got videos he can look back at and really really remember. You know, oh yeah, that's what I did with this plant. It's nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
I can. Yeah, I just look back, but then with most of the time, though, the great part is, like with the Moby Dick, I've grown it so many times. I know what it's about to do.
Yeah.
You know, if something starts going wrong with it, I can detect it pretty fast.
Yeah.
You know, because it, like I said, because of growing it repeatedly. You know, and you really don't have to keep no diary.
Right. Because it's all on video.
In which that's something I've never done in my life, was ever kept a diary on anything.
Yeah.
Because I learned a long time ago that in this world, keeping a diary is keeping evidence.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Of course, you think a video is a lot more evidence than
Yeah, but I'm not keeping it. It's out there.
Yeah, we're sending it out.
Yeah, just because you see that now doesn't mean that's what's there now.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
Yeah. What is it about the Moby Dick, Miss K, that you like about it?
Yeah, Arcane said he likes the way it grows because
I like
it's
the
big,
size of the buds, man. They can get ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a good producer.
Yes. Very good. That's my opinion.
Yeah. And let's face it, if you're going to cross things, you might as well cross them with whatever your favorite is.
Well, I'd like to cross Moby Dick with Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue. He absolutely loves Gorilla Glue. And we have to rebuy it because we don't have any.
Yeah, I haven't had, but whenever I first did that, I didn't know too much about making seeds.
Yeah, that was really before you even thought about doing that.
Well, I wanted to, but I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't think about it. Hey, look on YouTube, asshole. It'll show you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
You know? If you try it that way, if you don't like that person's way, try it this way.
And as soon as he found out, it was, let's get that stuff.
Yes, it is a good hitter. Yes, it is, Miss K. It definitely is a good hitter. You know, and they're very resilient. They can be resilient. It's like every one of mine. I try to teach them. I try to break them into being a drought resistant.
Yeah.
Because.
Oh yeah, you were saying with sauce, the one sauce.
Yeah, and if you look at it, man, it's just getting boop 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 boop. It's just bulging out. But with the other one, it's just bushy.
Yeah.
And it ain't very tall.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, that one must be taken after, yeah, the two crosses are showing yet.
Yes. It's within the breeding because they're both in the same exact soil. They get the same amount of water.
Yeah.
They get the same nutrients, such as I gave them the first dosage, I think it is 3 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give them another dose today. Today or tonight, give them another dose of nutrients.
And there's a chance too, though, that the one, because they're growing different, one might be male and one.
Well, that's a possibility with anything that is a regular seed.
Right.
Though.
But that's what I'm saying. We might find out that growth difference is that.
Well, but it's all in the gene, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah. Well, this is just first generation.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's also in the way in your soil, and the nutrients that are in your soil. Is it compatible?
Yeah.
Is it sucking it up too much? If it is, you got to constantly reamend a lot quicker and a lot sooner. But if it's not that, then You know, it's within the gene.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. I know I may be saying it wrong or whatever, but I'm just saying it from how I see it.
Yeah.
So, babe, today I guess you're going to be hitting that Pineapple Daddy.
Yeah.
That's that autoflower. I wish you didn't have such a black thumb.
Why?
Because you put your grow up against my grow in two separate cats.
I know it would be fun.
Yeah, but you got a black thumb.
I'm telling you, I'm not taking the chance anymore. I'm glad we can joke about it, but in all seriousness, I told him, I said, he's got to try it without me touching anything and see. He thinks I'm crazy.
But in a way you did touch it because you had to pull them out of your container and everything else.
No.
Where you going? You stay in front of the camera.
Yes, I had to, but I only pulled out the plastic container. I didn't touch the seed. So.
Okay, here, I'll just hand you this. I'll give you the ball here in a second, but first I'm going to let you put it in.
Oh.
Here you go. There you go. Swirl it around. Get it all off there. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh. A little strange clouds for the afternoon. You know, I really don't know why I do that before I go to the kitchen to do things. So if I make mistakes, it's because I'm stoned.
Any excuse is better than none. UK Medical. Hello, brother. How you doing?
Hey, UK. You made it.
Okay, Miss Kate. You be safe. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. We greatly appreciate you.
Yes, we do. And I'll be in touch with you as soon as I get that stuff done. Hopefully tomorrow, because Saturday I'll be gone all day again.
Yeah, you'll be dust in the wind.
I've been running way too much.
You want to take and throw up the link so I can jump behind?
Oh, that's right. Okay. I'll throw my spectacles on.
And then I can take and get this camera out there.
Okay.
Here.
I can't do it with the mouse anyway.
Go right here to this. We're gonna hit copy.
Yeah, I know. I remembered that. I couldn't remember where to hit.
Then we're gonna go right in here.
It's this one or this one.
Neither.
Oh, it's this.
Neither.
Oh.
I'm gonna paste. And then I have to go and hit. Oh man.
What?
He was in a hospital doing a procedure.
Oh.
Okay, I'm coming up to backstage.
Yeah, I hope everything's good.
Let me mute my mic. I think that's what I have to do.
Yeah. You just never want to get water in chocolate. I add a little bit of oil to all the chocolates I make.
You want to kill the mic on the keyboard?
And it kind of gives you a yeah, it kind of gives you a shine to it. Okay. I'm going to go out here.
There we go. We muted that.
Okay. You guys will have to let me know for sure you can hear me. But I think I got everything out.
Yeah, UK Medical.
Yeah.
He sit there and he said, babe, I loved that candy bar video. I didn't know you could mix canna oil with chocolate. I'll be using that way next time. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
And he said, I shared it out too. LOL.
Well, thank you. That's a big, big help. So anyway, what I'm going to do is make some banana bread. And of course, the 420 variety. And I will give you the measurements I use for this recipe, but I measure kind of with love, so you may not get exact. So I'm going to use, this is a quarter cup. I'm going to use a half a cup of brown sugar.
Okay, I had the mic off.
So they haven't heard him. I said, right? Okay. Mind you, I measure with love. Don't criticize.
Is there any echo?
I don't. How am I supposed to tell?
Now it's echoing. Okay, let me turn the mic off of here. Okay, UK, is that echoing now? He says now it's echoing since I mentioned the mic. Okay, that should be better.
Okay. I have a cup of brown sugar. I have white sugar. And then I'm adding a half a cup of canned butter. Now this is the butter I made the other day with the dab, the super silver hay that we pressed. So I'm just gonna get that all stringed together. Was it actually warm enough outside today that I didn't have to heat up the butter? You need something to. There's butter up here. Let's try to get that come together a bit. I mean, everybody bakes differently, so I'm not super picky about this. Some people are. You can get the mixture out and do it. But okay, from there, I'm going to put 2 eggs.
I need the best cameraman for holding it.
Well, I could tilt it towards the camera if you want.
Okay, yeah, so I can go and read what chat is actually saying.
I'll tilt it for them so they can see it here and there.
Here, I got an idea. Let me slide this chair over here more. Bring this camera to here more. There we go.
There you go.
That looks
That's fine.
about right.
Okay, and then I have 3 to 4 bananas, about a cup and a half.
Okay, awesome. He said it's cleared.
And this is how I get my bananas. I buy my bananas for banana bread on the reduced aisle, because they're turning brown. And then I bring them home and I smash them with a fork, measure them out to my baggies, and I'm set. Make a batch anytime I want. So we need actually we need about a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. This is my homemade. Yes, folks, I make my own vanilla too. I make other extracts too. Coffee, orange, coconut, all that good stuff. And to this, I'm going to add, well, I'm going to do these first. I need 1 teaspoon. Now I know, folks, mix dry ingredients together first, then add them to your wet ingredients. Da, 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 da. You may do that. That is the proper way. But
That's what I prefer. Actually, I prefer you to take all the dry ingredients and whenever you go to mix it. Now, here's just a little baking tip. Get yourself a real fine sifter.
yes,
Add all your dry ingredients together in that and sift it together with that. That makes it so much fluffier,
it's
so much more delicious.
yes, especially for anything that is like a cake. You want to do that.
Oh, I would do it for everything, man.
Yeah.
Including pancakes.
I just like throwing things together and making it work. So, and I add 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon to mine. And of course, you don't have to add cinnamon.
Gotta have
if
the
you
cinnamon.
don't like it, but
And if you're diabetic, the cinnamon helps lower your A1C.
yes, it
And
does.
this is a proven fact because it's what I use to help lower my wife's A1Cs from a, what is it, plus 12 or something like that. If it's real high and you had to get it down to like a 7 or below. And within a week and a half, by using cinnamon 3 times a day, we got your A1Cs down to 6 point something
Yeah,
to where you could have that surgery.
yeah. Now, okay. The only thing I have not added yet is a half a teaspoon of, or 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
What salt are you using?
Pink Himalayan.
Why are you using that? Or is that just or why is it your salt of choice over like just the regular white iodized salt?
To be honest, I just think it has a better flavor than just plain salt. And
Okay.
that's the only reason, really. Now, this needs 2 cups of flour.
Let me check on the hoodlum. He's whining.
So we're gonna add our 2 cups of flour to that.
Leo, you ready to come in, bud?
And just so everybody knows, before we came up here, I preheated the oven to 245 degrees. Now, ingredient that you want to add when you do your flour is a cup of milk. You want me to finish? Okay. Not grabbing my fan. All right, get away.
You see that? You show a little bit of love and you get kicked out of the kitchen.
Yeah, because he had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, but my arms are longer than my face.
I don't care. And then I just pour. Now, most of the time people would use a loaf pan, and that's most certainly what you can do. I will tell you why I use these is because I baked something 420 in my silicone pans. I believe it was brownies. And you never get that out of the silicone. So everything afterwards has a bit of a flavor to it. So you cannot use. So instead of destroying a couple of my silicone loaf pans or anything like that, I just bake it neat. Simple explanation for that. So then let me get these over here to get rinsed.
Throw it in there.
Then what I do is that'll be in again at 245 degrees for at least an hour and a half. You have to bake it slow at a low.
So now you guys know how long this live is going to be going. At
So
a bare minimum. Because we're going to go through the whole process with you.
anyway, I am going to go ahead and get this in the oven. Get my timer set.
Hold on, let me come over there. Okay, in the oven.
Alrighty. There,
An hour and a half.
an hour and a half. And that should be good, but never know. Of course, I got sit and he's trying to get around the chair. You guys can't tell I bake a lot until I have to keep my flour and sugars. And I mean, this is brown sugar container. So, okay.
All right, you can go in there.
I was just
And then you get- I'll jump down off of this. Hey everyone, how you doing? Just being a ding dong here for the life. You know I have to because I'm that type of an. Hey, hello. Okay, boot me off stage.
Oh, okay. I get to kick him. Oh, you mean the stupid mouse. You have to do it because I can't see and. Oh, I forgot. It was up there. There we go. I couldn't get it. All right. I'm stoned. What can I say? I told you when I started screwing up. You'll know why. So, what is everyone in here?
Hey, Paul Bowie, how you doing?
So what is everybody smoking on? Hopefully, I'll be smoking on a cigarette pretty soon.
I'm trying to get it caught up here.
Exhaustion is really starting to set in. Yeah, yesterday morning I was up at 8.
Okay, hey, we just added Paul Bowie as a standard moderator. This way he can actually take and subscribe to other people as well.
Yep. Yeah, everybody sub up to each other, please. That's why we do this. We're doing it for creating a community that we can share and enjoy each other's company once in a while. So I always encourage that. Helping other channels is a good thing. And I don't know what he just ran off to do, but
I'll be right there.
I'm tired. Like I said, I got up at 8 o'clock yesterday morning and I haven't been to sleep yet. So I'm getting a little loopy, I think. Sleep.
Yeah, you will be.
Sleep deprivation. I can't even say it.
Sleep deprivation. Okay, here.
Oh. This is
Hey, thank you, Paul Bowie, man. We love all y'all, man.
This is the banana bread.
Yeah, and look, I normally don't eat it, so I got a tiny chunk. I am gonna eat a piece.
Okay.
You know, you got it right here.
I knew it fell. That's what led
And this is actually gonna be the first time these guys are gonna actually see me eat this shit that I don't eat, man.
I hear cheers.
Cheers.
See, the problem is he likes the way it tastes.
Yeah, it does taste good.
And he'll eat too much of it.
Yeah, I won't stop.
So he just avoids it so he doesn't overindulge. He's bringing the dog in from outside. He's a good boy. He likes it out there. And when he barks, he usually only barks at people for just a couple minutes.
The child is returning.
Yep.
Be careful.
Hi, buddy. Do you want me to give him this?
No, I'm gonna give him. I took a little piece off of his.
Oh, that's what I figured.
I took a little piece off of his. Such a good boy. Look how gentle he
That's
takes
your
it.
bite. No, you can't have my bite.
He took that so gentle.
It's all gone. He loves it.
He's like, I'll follow that. How did I know?
I tell you, there's only really a couple of things that he like begs you for.
Pizza,
One of them's pizza,
hamburgers,
burger, or
can of bread.
can of bread. Anything, can of butter. And yeah.
Yeah, so now we got a little bit of a wait to see how that comes out. You know, so it's like that's awesome, man. Because that's why I love saving up the time for you to actually do it. You only been in for an hour.
I don't know.
So this is gonna be awesome, man. You're gonna have your biggest stream yet, and I guarantee you, people are gonna watch it. They are. They're gonna friggin' watch it.
Now can I have that cigarette?
Yes, I heard you. That's why I was tucking tobacco down in it. I just wanted to see how much time was on it.
Ah,
I wanted to see how long you've been alive.
now our vet told us that this one, from the time he hit about
6 months.
6 to 7 months, he started with this limping every once in a while. And I had him to the vet twice about it. And they just told me it's growing pains. He's growing so fast and he's so active that he was hurting himself. So they gave me these pills just to calm him down, they said. And I came home and I'm like, this is really stupid. I'm going to give my dog something man-made to calm him down when he could have a little can of butter. So that's what he gets.
Not all the time, no.
No. But, he started limping again about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago.
And he's already done limping.
And yeah, he's not limping. Yesterday, a little bit. Today, really not at all. So the point now being, we have to keep him from re-injuring it till he has time to get over it.
I think sometimes he actually, excuse me, that he actually injures himself when he's out there on that rope, on that leash. He'll get it wrapped around his leg and he'll take off running, and then it'll be like, boom.
Yeah, it could be that he does that once in a while. I mean, of course, when he first starts limping, the first thing I do is a paw check and make sure there's no reason visibly. And when it's not, we know what to do. So
yeah,
he's our baby boy. What can you say?
Oh, exactly. Just in case somebody asks that may come in like now and stuff like that. How much per pound of butter of dab is your typical addition? How much dab is your typical dab for adding into a pound of butter?
Okay, well, with the dab, it's a little bit different. So I just did 1 pound of butter and we had 1.9 grams added to it. So you could go for per pound, I would say I would go like
1 gram.
1 gram to
2 grams.
2 grams, anywhere in that amount.
Right.
Depending on how strong you like to make your stuff. So
yeah.
And everybody's tolerance and reaction is different to edibles too. So I think that's one of the nicest part about making your own is you can adjust things.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. And that's whenever I'm really going to sit there and take and eat a full slice. Because I want to try it. When I'm able to press hash. And I get that golden blonde hash. That golden blonde resin, man.
Just make a little bit of hash butter.
No, I'm going to take to that 1 pound. If say I get 20 grams, I want to put like 7 grams of it into that fucking 1 pound of butter.
No.
Yes.
You can't. No.
Why can't you?
Because no.
Why not?
I would have to cut down the butter with regular butter anyway. So, no, that's too much.
No, dang. That's for like when you want to go out for the night and just go out. You know.
Yeah,
You take
ow.
a-
Your head will be on the
That's what
couch.
I'm talking about. When you want to go out, not go out. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
because your head would be on the cushion.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. And you just have like little chunks, little tiny chunks, like the size I am.
Yeah.
You know, you have sizes, pieces like that. You know, you ain't. No, don't be dumb.
Anybody that's ever tried any of my edibles,
But
my
you know
baked
better
goods,
than me, so I'll listen to you on that. You said no.
anybody that's ever tried them, I tell them right from the get-go, I can't test my potency. So I tell everybody, start small, take a little nibble, give your body a chance. That's the problem with edibles, is people eat a piece and don't feel anything immediately like you do when you smoke, so they think they got to eat more. In reality, you got to wait a while, and that can be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. For me, it's more like 3. So
Well, that's because you have a bad
I have,
digestion
yeah,
problem.
but that's what I'm saying though. I mean, everybody's so different. Yeah, start small. You can always, in 45 minutes, eat another piece.
Oh, no problem, UK. No problem at all. It's all good, brother. Oh yeah, man. You got to deal with the family business first and foremost.
Oh, yeah.
You know, no ifs, ands, or buts on that.
Especially when.
He UK is asking you, how much cannabis was infused with your oil for them candy bars?
Oh boy. See, that's what I'm saying. That's so hard for me.
Because we use the pucks.
Yes, that was infused with the press pucks. And when I do that, we weigh it out to about 10 grams
of pucks. So, okay, so you're talking about maybe 2 grams to 3 grams of dab, basically, that you infused the oil with.
Yeah. Yeah, I go anywhere from, to be honest, I go anywhere from like 10 to 15 ounces per cup.
Yeah, of the pucks.
Of whatever I'm infusing. So, but like I said, that's what I was saying. I don't have any way to test it. So I always tell everybody, start with just a little bite and go on from there, I know that when I had mixed up this chocolate, I could definitely smell it. And I put a little bit of the melted chocolate on my tongue, and you know how you get that little bit of tingle? So I can't, I know that oil's pretty infused.
Excuse me a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here 1 second, so you go ahead and do
Okay,
that.
I just wanted to show you guys something here with these here pucks. This is why oh no, you can't see it that good like that.
If you have too much light.
Yeah.
Yep.
See all that resin on that?
Yeah, you can see it.
I turned the light off. Okay, that's a bunch of dab, all that yellow on both sides. That's dab on there. That's one puck. Here's another one. Every bit of that will be taken completely out of these pucks the rest of the way out. And that's what goes into the oil.
The oil, the butter.
Yeah, and the butter. That's why sometimes our butter whenever we use these, our butter turns green, you know, a lot greener. But whenever I use the dabs, as you can tell, it comes out golden. It stays golden still. You know, depending on which one I used, and we used the Super Silver Haze for it. So that is awesome. You know, so I do like that Super Silver Haze. Let me put these boxes back. We gotta keep them refrigerated while these stink.
But I'll be honest with you, I have not really done it for that long, infusing butter, oil, or anything. I'm actually fairly new to it. I had learned to bake with it, boy, about 9 years ago.
Yeah, with me.
When we were in Michigan, I had somebody that would bring me the butter or the oil, and I would just use it in baked goods for him.
Well, and, the thing is, though, they've started having you make it like our old neighbor. He brought over, what was it, 5 grams, 6 grams of dabs, something like that, for you to make him some trail mix with.
Yeah.
That was insane.
So, you know,
Bear, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm fairly new to it. So when I started, I just used the vegetable oil because that's the first time I infused oil. And I'm going to stop doing that. I will invest in doing coconut oil instead now because I like using it. So that was my main reason why I just used plain vegetable oil in case it was something I didn't even want to use. But yeah, coconut is actually one of the preferred oils to add to chocolate, by the way, UK. It really is, you know, the one that they usually choose.
You know what song I wish we could be playing right now?
What's that?
And it'd be every time we go to do a dab.
I got cotton mouth, guys. Sorry, I keep licking my teeth.
Hey, thank you, Jer Bear. He says, Arcane for sure. I got that sub in. Y'all good people.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Actually, it wouldn't be Blackened by Metallica. It'd be from whenever I go to dab up. What's the name of the pipe?
Strange Clouds.
Okay. So why not go back to the 80s and sit there and jump on some fucking Iron Maiden and go, strangers in a strange land.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
I can't help it. I'm an old Maiden head. I love Maiden. Even from Delano.
Well, I hate to say it, but I've always been a deadhead, so.
I'm not a deadhead, man.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
I'm a deadhead.
I like their song Truckin', but that's about as far as it goes. I mean, I gave them another try with Touch of Grey. They still sucked.
I don't know.
I just could not get into the Grateful Dead, man. Now the Doors? Yes, Brave New World rock, dude. So did Fear of the Dark. But I have to admit it, if they're going to keep on going, their best bet is to hold auditions for another Bruce Dickinson, because he's up there in age, man. He's liable to break a hip.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's up there.
Them guys, definitely aren't spring chickens, but none of us are. So,
Well,
of course,
I
there's a
mean,
lot of you in there that are still spring chickens.
but you're going by age, though. You gotta remember, we're older than a lot more people. We're new to YouTube, man. We weren't raised on internets and cell phones.
Yeah, that's why this technology stuff really messes us up.
Yeah, and if you had a camera, it was an old Kodak where you're using that 110 film and you had to drive up to the photo shack,
Yeah,
drop it off, get all your negatives back, plus get your pictures.
Oh, in them days too, they shipped them out.
Yeah.
Now, then they moved to the point where, like, you could take film into Walmart and they'll print them right there for you.
Yeah.
You know, but no, back in the day, I mean, we had to wait a week for ours.
I mean, hell, whenever we seen in the movies and stuff how they had these here like car phones, and the first thing I thought of, man, that reminds me of them fucking walkie-talkies from like Vietnam. Look how big those things are.
The big army phones they used.
And it was like, yeah, man, you could carry it with you when you walked away. And when you got in your car, you could plug it in. You know, it's like, get the hell out of here. Right into the cigarette lighter.
No, actually, at first, they didn't work outside the car. At first.
Yeah. But still, I'm just skipping around.
I mean, it's crazy some of the things we remember that people now, the kids hardly have a clue. You see all them funny videos of people asking how you dial a phone.
Oh, yeah,
Asking
the rotaries.
Yeah, asking kids, how do you dial a phone? Asking kids to figure out how to put cassette into a Walkman.
Yeah, yeah.
That's another one. They just can't even figure out what the heck a cassette even is, let alone
yes, sir.
figure out how to open it and put it in.
Yes, sir, UK. That is why right now I'm actually think you can see it. I ain't too sure yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
There it is. That's why I'm cleaning up that bowl.
I am not smoking anymore.
I am.
No. I am.
You know, I'm not an eater like you are. You already had one, a couple big rips, and then you sat there and ate that piece. Plus, you've been tired and everything else.
I actually am having trouble keeping my eyes open. So they are getting heavier and heavier. Pretty soon I'm going to need a toothpick.
Well, we got some of those. We got some of those. Man, I can't wait to start smelling that bread. It should be starting to smell here in a little bit, in about 10, 15 minutes because of the temperature.
Yeah.
All right, so you already you said it once or twice before, but I really didn't catch into it. But how much bananas, when you make your banana bread, how much bananas do you use? And it's a two-part question. Can you infuse the bananas itself before you add it into your mix? Or do you prefer just to add it straight to the butter and do it that way?
Well, it really wouldn't make a difference. Now, first of all, most recipes say 3 to 4 bananas, somewhere in there. It's generally a cup and a half of mashed bananas. And then as far as infusing the bananas themselves, it really wouldn't matter which way you went. Your lighter is over here. And
That's why I didn't see it.
you could when you wanted to mash your bananas, if you just dropped them in a blender, you could add your butter and just blend it in with the bananas. But on the other hand, you may end up with small, hard pieces of butter.
Okay.
Throughout.
Smoking in G Sharp. Glad to see you here. Glad to have you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
She says, I use 3 bananas, mash them with the butter, milk, and the eggs.
Yeah. But I think what Arcane, well, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna, when you mix it, you mix the butter and banana.
Well, I was
anyway.
referring to the dab itself.
But
take the dab itself and mix it straight into the banana before it's ever even added.
Yes, if you were going to use straight dab and not an infused butter.
Yes, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah. If I was just going to put a little bit of dab into a loaf, yes, when I was mashing up my bananas, I would put them in a blender and go ahead and mash everything together. All my liquids basically into one blended mess. Because it would be better that way if you're going to use dab.
Okay.
But yeah, what I usually do is I buy my bananas when they clearance them in our grocery stores here, because they're starting to get too brown. So I snag up as many as I can. And then I mash them and put them into little baggies and freeze them flat. And that way I have bananas anytime I want to make a bread.
G Sharp says, LOL, I would make cupcakes and drop a dab on top.
Yeah, now or instead of just the dab, you could like infuse your icing.
There you go.
I used to like when I make my pineapple upside down cakes. What made me think of this is because when I make those, I don't make a huge batch of the 420 ones.
Nice, Jer Bear.
So what I do with that?
Yes, Leo's okay. He's just a little.
He's relaxed. And then no, I kind of got off track.
It's because you're stoned.
Yeah, I forget now. I have no idea what I'm talking
about. You're funny.
Oh, the pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah, pineapple upside down cake.
I mix the whole batch of the cake, and then I have little individual ramekins that I bake them in, because a pineapple slice fits right down in the bottom. So what I do is I just put my can of butter in the bottom of the pineapple upside down cake with the brown sugar, and then it's only that top little layer of the cake that's infused, but I can make regular ones out of the rest of my batter. So that way I'm not wasting the batter or wasting the 420, because if I made that many of them, they would be in my freezer for a year. So
right. Let me see. Smoking NG, not bad for Ohio weed. LOL from dispensary. I'm gonna be hitting myself some of this here. Let me come up here around, y'all. Gives my bowl time to cool down a second. Some Pineapple Daddy. This is that autoflower.
But that's what made me think of doing icing. Because then if I only wanted a couple of 420 cupcakes, I could make a whole batch of cupcakes and just put the 420 icing on a couple.
Right. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I try to figure out how to be frugal with everything, you know, so I'm not just wasting it, because to keep it in the freezer for too terribly long, it just don't taste good. So
And what happens if you have butter in the refrigerator for far too long?
yes, the can of butter does mold. It will mold. Now, regular butter can be,
Yeah, make butter icing.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It would just be a way of doing small portions of a cake without having to only bake 3, you know. So I might
UK
try that.
says he freezes his butter instantly after making it.
Yeah.
What does the freezing do? Does it help with the flavor? I mean, I don't know.
No, it just will not spoil if you keep butter in the freezer. You can keep it in the freezer for a long time. So this way,
okay. I thought he. The way I took it was that he puts it in there to not preserve it, but maybe the extra cold does something to the butter and the cannabis when it's combining.
Oh no!
You know, if it improves it, or something like that. I thought more on that.
Right. Now I don't think it would make any difference that way, but no. Usually, I have to say, I bake enough with it that it doesn't go bad.
Right.
But I have a real problem with patience. When I decide I want to bake something, it could be, oh yeah, I'm sitting here, I want to bake. So I'll get up and run out there and bake.
And what do I tell you?
And if I have stuff, everything's frozen, I'm not patient enough to wait for it to thaw. So
yeah, you are, because you'll set it out the night before.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times I get up and go, would you like cake? I just did that a couple weeks ago. Just spur the moment, but you can't do that if you freeze everything.
Well, thing is, when you freeze eggs, you're going to have to show people how to do that to preserve eggs.
Yes, I have eggs preserved in the freezer. Once you freeze the eggs, they aren't, they're only good for like scrambled eggs or baking, but yeah, freezing eggs is a great way, especially if you have chickens of your own. It's just another way to preserve for baking and things while the hens are off laying. So
yeah, and they don't go bad either, especially whenever you do that what is that shit called that you do with it? Vacuum seal it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I freeze it I freeze mine in cupcake containers. because one egg fits perfectly in a cupcake container. So I scramble them, whisk them up a little bit, break up the yolk, and throw them in the freezer. Once they're frozen, I pull them out and seal them in a bag. It works.
Yep, removes all air. So there's no way they can spoil or nothing like that, or
Right.
rot, or
Right.
get filled with bacteria. It's all drained from it.
Right.
So that's good.
And freezing also can kill a lot of bacteria
Yeah.
even before the cooking process. Because, like I said, they're only good for baking. And
Why don't you tell these people what the hell you did to me last night?
what I do, everything's my fault. No, what?
It was. The one I sit there and I call them, it looks like mama and daughter.
I don't remember what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah. I finally talked Arcane into taking something for his shoulder pain. So he had a muscle relaxer and a pain pill. So he was out like a log. About 45 minutes later, he was out.
Yeah, but what happened to me before that?
Oh, yeah. You start getting sick because you hit the dab.
Yeah, I had that real big hit of dab on top of it. And
Yeah,
then I started getting extremely hot, started having them real bad sweats, started feeling sick.
Yeah, he didn't feel too good after that. I should have warned him.
Dude, I can't be taking, I told you I can't take pills.
Well, you add a dab on top of them.
But I can do dab.
Yeah,
That's why I don't do pills.
but the dab wasn't helping. Oh no, guys, I got hiccups.
That shit was funny though, in a way. Hey, Rock Solo, how the hell you doing?
I go, Rock.
Rock Han Solo.
How long's left on that bread?
On that bread, we got 51 minutes.
Oh, I can't stay awake for this. And I got hiccups.
We're gonna have to give you some sugar in your cup.
Nope. My body's not liking sugar today.
That's okay.
I'm just extremely tired. I don't know how many hours that is. I got up yesterday morning around 8. And I haven't slept yet. So
Been about what, 17 hours?
yeah.
Yeah, you on a Han Solo mission there,
Yeah.
man. That's woo.
I'm doing one of Rock's trips.
Except for you weren't live.
Yeah. No, I'm just exhausted. And then I had my therapy today and the whole. No, I still haven't even made dinner.
That's okay. You want to make dinner? That's all right. Oh, I forgot my hat. Which one?
I don't know.
No, I'm just trying. No, I know where they're at. I know exactly where they're at.
I know, but it's just funny the way you were looking around. Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Which one? I'll tell you what, we'll go this one this time.
Okay. But
Out of respect for my boy. And as a ball player, you know what I always gotta bend my beat, man. Gotta get that beat bend. Stay cheapin' to all you out there who are CS crew.
Arcane wanted me to stay live until that banana bread comes out of the oven.
G Sharp says that she's listening in. She's in jail. Trim jail.
Mm-hmm. That's always fun, huh?
Oh, I know it, right?
Arcane won't let me out.
Hell no, man. I like doing it.
I want to try. Well, I've done a little bit of it before, but I want to. Oh, not with you, but because you've never let me.
Exactly. I like doing it. I like seeing it. I don't want to see it after you've seen it. I want to be the first to see it. I want to be the first one touching it. I can't help it, man. I'm picky like that, man. I am. I'm picky.
Of course, the way I hurt seeds, I might kill the flavor or something. I don't know.
Oh, you are bad. You are bad.
Oh.
Hell yeah, strange clouds. Matter of fact, we just got done taking a rip. But now I'm gonna wait a minute. I want to go look in on them, see how they're doing.
No, well.
It's like 45 minutes left. And oh man, that smells so good. Man, I wish we can do smell-o-vision. I'm telling you. Am I still up there?
Maybe no.
Okay, well, here, let me join. Go up there. And this way I can show everybody. Okay, what's going on, what the bread looks like.
Well, do I have to put the thing up again?
Hold on.
No, yeah. I got you.
All right, let me turn down the volume. All right, it's down. Ooh, doggy. Let me pull that out a little bit.
Yeah, see how wobbly it still is?
Uh-huh. The center ain't done yet. I'm just showing everybody a little update. Got 45 minutes left.
I was going to tell you guys sometimes, and this is really nice to do,
You can take me down.
Is just sprinkle sugar on top, and it makes a nice little glaze on it. I'm trying and it won't do it. There it is. Let's do it that way. Okay. But just sprinkling sugar on the top is real nice to do with banana breads. Really, any of them. You have to turn the sound off.
It is down. Here, let me do this. Yeah, it sounds off. See?
Damn.
Watch.
Okay, yes, I believe you. I just was still hearing an echo. Thank you. I like to just let it go till it gets a nice golden color too. But I have made zucchini bread with the oil. And I do have one person that likes it, the zucchini bread, the best. And I think it's, well, mainly because he just likes zucchini bread a lot, but I think he likes the oil a little bit more too. So I guess that, you know.
She wants to show him the finished product.
Oh, I did out in the kitchen, remember? But this is how I cut it up. Like I said, I just bake it in these pans because, and I label everything 420. I just bake it in that square pan now because it's already a 420 pan. Can't hurt it anymore. So, I just decided that I didn't want to be doing the 420 in my regular bread pans. Just because of it being infused and leaving any kind of flavor behind.
I think you should get a whole new set of a totally different color.
Yeah.
And use all the red ones for the 420.
Yeah.
And then use that other color for your regular baking. This way you don't get it confused.
Right.
Because that could feasibly happen.
Right. And that's why I'm very careful. I only have 2 of those red pans, so I know that that's the 420 pans, you know?
Right.
That's why I'm real careful about certain things I use. Just because I bake so much for other people. And when you're baking for others, for my sales and things, my vendor shows, I have to be careful. So, and anybody that might have children would have to be careful just for that sake. So, now, of course, if you used a glass pan, if you have Corningware, you actually
Pyrex.
Yeah, anything Pyrex, anything like that. Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry.
Pyrex.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry because you can clean those. But then on the other hand, you might, just to be safe, have to clean them with alcohol.
And not infused alcohol.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, babe.
Exactly, UK. I mean, you can't take a chance, you know?
I just had a fucked up idea. Can you imagine taking a half gram of dab and infusing a shot of tequila? And then popping. Ooh.
Yeah, UK. I'm with you there too. I mean, think about it. When dab gets on glass, the only way to get it off is with alcohol.
Yeah, that's the fastest, safest, easiest way. And then
do I want to
straight
hot
water?
But what I'm saying is, do I want to take the chance of using a glass pan even, and then doing regular in it? No, I wouldn't. I just would not want to take that chance. I just think separate pans just to be a responsible person.
Yeah, because there is also that little thing too as well that with that Pyrex, if you are making homemade shatter or glass, I ain't gonna say what you use and nothing like that because
Well, most people would know.
everybody
Yeah.
knows what I'm talking
I'll
about.
be right back.
Okay, that Pyrex is the best thing to actually have. And if you're already using it for baking, and as long as it's perfectly cleaned, you can use that for making your shatter and your glass whenever you add a little bit of drinking alcohol.
But yeah, but that's what I'm
And,
saying. It's
You have it underneath a hot light.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's just
But,
best
like
to
that,
have
I
separate.
understand that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because any malfunction within the glass, man, if it could sit there and blow up or whatever, or you never know.
Yeah, there's lots of things.
And you might have stuff that gets cooked down inside them crevices that you can't get it out.
Well, and the other nice thing, if you think about it, you can go and you can buy super cheap bakeware.
Right.
And if that's what you're going to use it for, that's what I would do. I would go cheap and I can replace it every so often and not have to worry. That's just my thinking.
I want to get me a one of these days, whenever we can, I want to get me the it's from Nug Smasher. It's the dry ice sifter.
Oh, yeah.
That way, man, I just take every bit of my weed, whatever grows on the plant, just take it, and instead of curing it, straight into a freezer, get it frozen, hook up that sifter. Whew.
And you can do hash.
Yeah, because it's all it's gonna be that's laying down in there is all them crystals.
Yep, that's the way to go.
Talk about some badass hash rock.
We will get there someday.
Yeah, it's baby steps.
Yep.
Man. It's baby steps.
But
and everything's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I need to get me another tote. Is what I need to do, because I'm gonna get a tote and I'm gonna mark it 420, so that anything that I use for that process is in there.
Well, there's another way instead of marking it like
well,
that.
you know what I mean. Just that I know that.
You just get yourself a green tote, and you turn around and we put stickers on it.
There you go. Yeah, I just
starting on the lid, getting it all covered up.
Yeah, I just, I like to have my stuff together, but I'm still trying to get some kind of idea together to get myself some kind of shelving for my baking accessories.
You'll get it.
Yep, that's my goal next. Get some of that clutter out of my kitchen. But I mean, it doesn't do me any good to lug that stuff to my pantry, which is upstairs, because I'd be lugging it up and down every day practically. So and I don't have a designated packaging area. That's another thing I have a problem with, is all my product packaging. I don't have a place to keep it. Uh-oh.
He wants his dad.
Yeah, we're being invaded.
Who's the big boy, huh?
Being invaded. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Here, I see squirrel. Get squirrel. Get squirrel.
There's the squirrel.
Half a squirrel.
Yeah, you bit it in half.
No, he broke it. He dropped it on the floor and it broke. But
Oh.
yeah, that's his squirrel.
That's just the tail of
squirrel tail. I'm not throwing squirrel.
No, that makes way too
It's
much
too
noise.
noisy.
That shit will wake the dead. Hold on, man. Look, I gotta get that cleaned off. That ain't from me.
What?
Look on the keyboard.
Unless when you put it over here. But because I haven't even drank out of that cup. But I really, really hate to say it, but I need to lay down.
Okay, because I was about to say, there ain't that much longer.
No, it should be getting pretty close.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing, what I really like about them silicone bakeware is that you can let things cool in it and then just peel it right off.
Yeah, you got like 30 minutes.
At first I was like, no way, I wouldn't like that. I won't use that. Yeah. As soon as I got a couple pieces, I kind of fell in love with it.
Didn't know you did. Well, you always said you wanted to try it, and then once you did, that was it. I think the first ones was for Easter stuff.
Nope. The first baking pans I got is those 4 little mini loaf.
Oh, okay.
My kids bought those for me for Angie bought those for a Christmas present one year. And I had never used anything like that. I still have them. I mean, I've had them about 13, 14 years now. I still use them. They look terrible because everything's been baked in them, but
yeah, you need new ones.
I can't find that size. I've been looking.
Yeah, they are. Medical says, yeah, I've got silicone molds too. He loves them.
Yeah.
He says, I use cookie mix in them molds too. Works perfect.
Yep. Yep. You can do a lot of nice things with them.
Oh, most definitely.
And like I said, there's things I actually freeze in them, like the eggs.
Yeah.
I use a silicone cupcake pan for those. So.
Yeah, and those come out pretty good.
Yeah.
Once they're all frozen, you put them down inside one big bag and.
Yep. And they're just the right size for one egg. Even an extra large egg, so.
Yeah, it works out perfect.
Yeah. I don't know if they work too good for duck eggs, though. I think duck eggs might be too big.
I don't know. Maybe you ought to try a duck egg.
I'll get some duck eggs soon.
Yeah, I think those would be a lot bigger.
They are.
Oh, I know they are.
Yeah. They wouldn't fit in my pans.
No. No, that wouldn't fit. Not at all.
No. Well, remember, I found out it worked so good, I went back and bought a second one.
Yeah.
So now I can do a dozen at a time.
Yeah. They do work good.
Yeah.
They are awesome. Yeah, you'll just be barely breaking 2 hours there.
Yeah, we timed that pretty much right.
Yeah, 'cause there's like 28 minutes left. So that ain't much longer.
So what everybody else doing? Anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? I guess we're gonna have rain and cold all weekend here, so
And what you said, sleet, possible hail.
hail tonight with the thunderstorms.
Yeah, that means most likely power outages.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna, if that does happen, it's gonna be power outage.
Yeah. Oh, jumped.
That's why I always try to keep that headlight charged.
Yeah.
I think it's right down here.
It's right there.
Where?
On the table.
Oh, it's hiding behind my cup. That's why I couldn't see it. Holy hell.
If it had been a snake, it would have bit him.
This little headlight right here. There's that. Then there's that. This thing can light up my whole backyard.
What did you say?
Oh, he said I already told you.
Oh,
I use cookie mix in them molds
yeah.
too. Works perfect.
Okay. Thought it was a new message. I can't see.
Oh, that's awesome. UK said, I've got my daughter tomorrow after school for the weekend. That's my weekend plan.
Oh no.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's always good.
All right, I'll tie you up. Because that's the only way you're going out there by yourself.
It's always good to get to spend time with kids. Mine are in their 30s and I still like to spend time with them. That's one thing. Once your little girl, always your little girl. The conversations change. That's all. Hold on, I'll be right back. Arcana be yelling at me right now for walking off the camera. He says I shouldn't do that. He don't like it. But that's okay. If you won't tell on me, I won't tell. Oh. Starting to get a little stiff from my therapy today. But I do enjoy doing the aqua therapy. The only bad part is that it's it's 45-minute drive down there, 45 minutes in the pool to an hour, and then 45 minutes home. Takes a nice chunk out of the day. That's what I've been putting in my candy bars. I like the honey roasted peanuts in my candy bars. And I made some delicious turtle candy bars, but they never made it to my sale table because Marjorie bought them all. But I'm just trying out different things with the infused. Trying to find new recipes or, just something different once in a while.
UK says hopefully the few hour drive is worth it for you though, if it helps.
Well,
Prayers.
The afternoon and then the next morning, I think, is when I notice it the most. But, I'm achy but my muscles won't get stronger if I don't do it. So,
Yeah, and a lot of the same exercises that they're telling you to do, what was I telling you to do?
right.
The
And
same exact ones.
right. The only difference is now I'm doing them in a pool. So I don't have, so it's less stressful on me. And it is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you start working muscle in a pool, you start working muscles you didn't even know you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
That's like you want to stay toned and fit. Swim in the ocean.
oh yeah.
Swim in the ocean,
Against
man.
the current.
No, you're using every single muscle.
Yeah.
Muscles you never knew you ever had.
Well,
You'll find out after a complete day of literally swimming in the ocean.
yeah. Well, you're fighting the current most of the time too. So if you think about it,
Yeah.
you got all that extra resistance. That's like in this pool, they have like these huge jets.
G Sharp says, look for Miss Amy's infused icing /frosting at the dispensary near you.
Yeah. That'd be cool if I could find somebody to sell that stuff.
UK said I'd have a bag or two.
Yeah, I do think I'm going to try that. The icing. I can make buttercream.
Yeah. Why not have coconut buttercream?
Oh, we can flavor it anything you want.
No,
Chocolate.
I'm talking about adding coconut.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Actual coconut.
Yeah.
I got a lovely set of coconut.
But that's what I'm saying. We can make dozens of flavors of stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool, man.
Yeah.
Get some cookies and crush it over top of it.
Yep.
Now I'm getting hungry, man.
Well,
now I want a cake with butter frosting and cookies over top of it.
Actually, I did promise you I was going to bake you a cake because I've got a whole bunch of that caramel icing left that I made.
Oh,
yeah, homemade,
you did say that.
I made some homemade caramel icing. It was a special order for one of my regular customers. They order cinnamon rolls all the time. And this time they wanted caramel icing on it. So,
yeah, that stuff is so good.
And I used homemade caramel to make. So,
I like whenever you were making the caramel syrup type shit.
Well, that
for what we were pouring over the ice cream and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I used.
Man, that was good.
That's what I used. And I was just telling Marjorie when I made those turtle candy bars.
Yeah,
I definitely think my homemade caramel would be better for that.
most definitely.
So
Most definitely. UK says, if it's legal in your country, could you really post them around your country? It's all classed as illegal here.
yeah, it's federally illegal here.
Yeah, even if you have a medical card, technically it's that state.
Yeah, we can make
That
them
ain't federal.
right, and um, we can make this stuff for our own use, but that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have friends in, or you can gift it to somebody else who has the
Right.
medical card. So
Yeah, it's like we live close by and shit like that. And we, like, say you came over here to our house, or we came over to your house, you know, and you're a medical patient. I can sit there and gift you, you know, like some
yeah,
banana
we're allowed to
bread, some
gift
candy bars, you know, stuff like that. Some chocolate Rice Krispie treats, or
Yeah.
some caramel chocolate Rice Krispie treats, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I don't need it because I got an addictive personality to things that are very sweet and taste good. So,
I don't know how he's so skinny. I really don't, folks.
because you don't cook for me.
There is always some for you. Don't give me that. I can make banana bread all day, not 420, but like for a vendor show.
Yeah, right.
I can bake them all day, and he knows damn well there's going to be one for him.
Yes, there is.
So,
but I always do a lot of the tasting though.
Yeah.
You know, if it don't taste good, I tell you, nah, man. This is what this needs more of.
Yeah.
Or you need to add more of this here stuff because this here is too far overpowering. Or,
yeah.
You know, you got to kill that down, but it's going to make a bigger cake or whatever with it because you're going to have a little bit more batter.
And it's it's really helpful to me because I don't know, they say the COVID thing, but I don't know that I ever really even had it, but I do know that my taste buds are not as good as they used to be.
Well, first thing I go for is smell. I got a nose, man. Yeah. I can smell things.
But it does help me. It does help me a lot to have somebody that'll be honest.
Hey, Anthony Lester, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hiya, Anthony.
Oh, let me check, see how much more time is left. 15 minutes. 15 minutes before the final pulling it out, turning on the light, setting it up on top of the stove.
Yeah, it's got cool.
And then, well, we have to take the toothpicks.
Yeah.
Stick it in it first, pull them out. Got to test it, make sure that it's nice and baked all the way through. You stick it in and a bunch of stuff comes out, get that shit back in the oven.
Well, I tell you what, I could look at it right now and tell you. Which actually I am going to do.
Oh, you're going to go stab it?
I'm going to go look at it because when you showed it to me before, I want to see what.
Right.
Because I don't know if this is going to be long enough, or I can tell you right now, I don't think that's going to be long enough, honey.
Hey, awesome, dude. Glad you got your channel back. That is awesome.
Okay, honey. I hate to disappoint the world here, but that needs at least another 30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
It's nowhere near done. So
Well, then, why don't we do this? Because I know where you're already going. I already know what you're saying. You're talking about ending the live,
yeah.
right? And then filming the rest of this.
Yeah, and we can make a short of how it looks or whatever. And it's all done.
Okay.
And post it up.
All right. Well, after you roll that cigarette,
Okay, let me get
well, I'll
back
tell you what.
over
Let
there.
me roll it. You come over here.
Okay. Because I want to.
Because this is not my show. This is your show. You're the queen of this stage, my love.
Yeah, I was really hoping to be able to pull that out for you, but it was only in an hour and a half, and it's gonna take it a little over 2 hours, definitely.
Well, it is at a low temperature.
Yeah. I mean, that's really the only
downfall
of baking with cannabis is you have to bake at such a low temperature.
But the thing is, though, with that slower bake,
I gotta put my glasses on. I can't read what's going past here.
UK Medical says, I like it, Wayne. Or infused cheese pizza.
Yeah, I have not made any.
Is it okay to send vegetable seeds to the return address from the slaps you shared?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's safe to send vegetable seeds.
Yeah. But I have not made a regular meal. I have had somebody ask me about it on how they would go about doing the butter and everything so that they could make meals with it. But Arcane's always been so against the eating it that I just have never made anything that way.
Well, I'm against eating it for me.
Right. No, I know, but it's just you will not partake.
No, because I got, like I said, I got an addictive personality and stuff. I mean, shit, I love eating Tums.
Yeah.
Because they taste good. You know?
Cough drops.
Eat them like candy, man. Any medication should not be tasting good. There's too many people like me out there.
But that's the only reason I haven't done anything like that. I did think about recently, this had popped in my head, that it would be kind of fun to have all the people that are close to us that partake come over and have an entire meal. Start with your hors d'oeuvres and then go on to a meal and a dessert.
It's called your appetizers.
Well, appetizers.
Then your entrees.
Yeah.
Then your meal.
Yeah.
Then your dessert.
But it just would be kind of fun. Kind of a fun thing to try.
Yeah.
But again, you would have to be willing to partake at the time.
The thing is, though, something like that, man, we can turn around and rent a whole area up there at the lake. This here one whole section, man. We can rent it, reserve it, and everything else, where we can have music there. You ain't allowed drugs, alcohol, nothing like that. Okay? But we can sit there and party up out there, have a good time getting to know each other and stuff like that.
I'm talking
but
about
then afterwards,
family I'm talking about our family and friends, not YouTube. I'm not talking about that kind of get together. I'm talking about a small meal with like 2 or 3 other people. That's all I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No,
you know,
not a
like,
big thing. No. I know we used to do
because
that.
I think that would be badass.
It would.
man. Rent all the cabins at the lake.
If we could get a group
the
of people
summertime?
together, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But
Of course, there's gonna be drinking game warden, but we're all adults here.
well, I know several really nice small campgrounds that definitely do not complain about a party. So,
What I'd like to do is actually rent a few cabins that's about like a mile deep into the fucking woods. That's what I'm talking about, man. You get out there in the fucking woods. You know, you either come ball strong or you might get scared of things that go bump in the night
Well,
out there. Yeah.
I know a place pretty close to us that has an 8-bedroom house that's $800 a night. But if you split that between
Not
you
if
know,
I'm
15,
throwing it.
16 people,
Brett says, Amy, good to see you. Much love.
thank you. Sorry, guys, I can't read the chat without my glasses nowadays.
That's okay. I'm getting it up here.
So if I fall behind in some way, I'm sorry.
Okay, let me get the other stuff from the other side, and I'll just reach across, dropping it in.
I'm not speaking.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. I'm just
because of you ain't doesn't mean
I'm
that
just
I
telling you.
ain't.
Because I'm really starting to not feel well.
Well, I know. That's why you sat there and said that you wanted to end it, and that
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
and that we'll record the ending of the.
Yeah, we will definitely let you guys see how the banana bread actually
So I
turns out.
figured, why not on a high note?
Definitely.
See, my singing don't break glass. My singing makes window panes jump out of the fucking walls
And run. No, I knew you were gonna say that.
Here, let's move these over there.
Okay.
I don't want to move that mouse. Put that there. This down here, don't let me forget it. Yeah, I will.
But you told me where it was. So. We only have a real problem when he puts things down and I didn't notice.
Yeah.
So that's when we have a problem. I mean, I can't say anything because I do the same thing. He, has to help me find things sometimes too, but so it works out pretty well. He usually notices where I put things and I usually notice where he does, so.
And that's like sometimes, and I blame Impractical Jokers for this. 5 minutes till 4:20 again. Brett said mine too. Well, I know Miss Amy ain't gonna be jumping on this, so it's all good. So, do me a favor, babe. Can you grab me my other hat? Thank you. let's end this here out with my Happy Valley Genetics cap on, smoking some Happy Valley Genetics.
Yeah, at least Arcane's got his shirt on today. This is the second generation shirt. But
It's all good.
I didn't even put any of my shirts on.
It's good. Good.
I'm starting to get a collection. I like everybody's shirts.
There we go. Nice little whittle waddle.
Mhm.
Pineapple Daddy, Autoflower.
And of course, we've got our shirts, but I now have a Miss K shirt. I have the Mikey
Skull.
shirt. Cheers, everyone. I have a Chiefin shirt.
Yeah, you got a cheapin. I got a stay cheap in ball cap.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I like getting t-shirts. They're fun. All right, guys. With that hit, I'm gonna have to end it. Because like I said, I'm exhausted and I'm starting to not feel so good from it. Started to get a headache, which might be the rain coming in too, but
Sinuses.
yeah, because I had a headache last night too. But so I thank you all for coming in, and again, make sure you hit the like button. It really helps. And we will see you guys on the next time.
Yeah, so stay tuned because she will be making that little video.
Yep.
Of the outcome from that their banana bread.
From the banana bread.
Oh yeah.